So basically, bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum bum bum ba-dum bum 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 ba-dum. Turner Falls, best idea ever. If you are ever, ooh, that feels good. It's dripping down into my legs. Cold water, cold water. That's what Turner Falls is all about. Lots and lots of cold water, even on hot days. So basically, there's a creek fed by a spring, and that creek made a bunch of waterfalls and rapids, but they're all so small that you can play in them safely, and it's a blast. Or if you're like me, you can lay. Oh, that's what we'll do. You can lay in them and read a book, which was awesome. So yeah, basically I took a hike around the area, saw all the different parts of Turner Falls, and I did that until about noontime, sun topping time, and then I went back to the parts I like best, which were basically the parts with less people. Then I was like, well, now I want to really enjoy it, and the best way to enjoy something is with a book, usually. Not always. Minecraft in a book doesn't work out very well, but nonetheless, the point is, it was awesome. Was I laid down, and the water's like this thick, like this deep. It's like this deep, and it's like just pouring over this really smooth rock really fast. And then you can lay down on that with your back on it, and it feels really cold, but it's a really hot day out. So like on one side, the sun is toasting you to a crisp, which is, I don't know if you guys like sunbathing, but I'm okay with it. And then on the other side, you have spring water dousing you in the pleasures of winter, or at least very coldness. Very, very coldness. You can do all of that, but the sun's gonna be in your eyes. And I don't like having sun in my eyes, so I put a book over it. I'm reading a real good book by C.S. Lewis. C.S. Lewis. Basically, yesterday was a huge win. There were some caves to explore. There were cliff faces to climb all over. There were huge, cool, beautiful waterfalls. There were wonderful gurgling brooks. And I made some new friends. Tried some meat that I hadn't tried before. You guys know I'm vegetarian. Well, maybe you don't. I'm vegetarian, but I have taken on a philosophy of if someone wants me to try a meat that they think that I'll love, I'll try it. Yeah, it tasted pretty good. The texture still felt like meat in my mouth. That's okay. That's okay. I don't need to be the best. Or do I? No, yeah. So, Turner Falls, if you're ever going through Oklahoma, look it up. It's worth your time. I'm going to go back there, and I'm going to take a GoPro, and I'm going to prove it to you. A long time ago, I made a slew of videos like this back when I was living in my truck. Basically everywhere that I went, which wasn't necessarily a lot of places. I never posted them. I was never consistent with you guys. Let them sit on my computer until eventually my hard drive went bad and I had to, yeah, it's a totally different story. I've enjoyed this trip a lot. I've enjoyed sharing these videos with you and telling you what I'm doing, telling you what I'm up to. And so I just wanted to maybe end this video describing how fantastic this trip has been. Because there's been a lot of things, for me, there's the temptation to remember that this was hands down the sweatiest trip I've ever been on. I don't know. I just picture Texas as one big orange desert. But it's not. When I look back at my videos or whatever as I want to remember the best part of this trip, so I'm gonna tell you now what it was. Oh, so have you ever been in a hot day, a really hot day? Have you ever had a Texas-Oklahoma hot day? Oh, well, do you remember probably at some point when you were experiencing that excruciatingly hot day, you probably took the effort to make sure you got a drink of either water or lemonade or something extremely refreshing. You probably had ice in it, it was nice and cold, and that feeling as it first gurgled down your throat, right? That feeling is just to die for, right? I was originally going to do this video in a McDonald's, but it turns out I am very camera shy in public, so I didn't. So now imagine that refreshment that like cools and soothes your body from the inside. Except imagine it all down your spine, all along your back, all along the back of your head and your neck and your shoulders and your arms. Now, have you ever... Oh, the sun is setting. It's finishing right now. It's like halfway there. Can you see it? Big sky country. It's good country. Now, have you ever gone sunbathing in the perfect place? Whether that was the perfect beach or whether that was the perfect date, wherever. Where did you go sunbathing in a canoe that was so perfect you never wanted to leave? That's what was happening all across my chest and my neck and my face. And the water gurgling through my hair. Nothing is better than laying on your back in less than an inch of fast-moving, ice-cold spring water, while simultaneously being warmed and hugged by the sun. Nothing is better than that, I would say, except doing that while reading a fantastic book by C.S. Lewis. Trust me, people, you need to experience Turner Springs. I'm sorry I couldn't do it justice. I will go back. I will take a GoPro. I will get footage. But for now, rest assured, it would be worth getting your own footage. So thank you for supporting mine. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your subscriptions, and any other way you support. So, thank you.